My name is Anna Tuval, and I will be opening and closing this webinar. And today's topic is from our content side about efficiently utilizing mobile applications to help your sales force. And the presenter is Jonni Purho, one of our project managers. And this presentation will take about 20 minutes and will be held in English. And please, if you have any comments or questions, you can use the chat window that you can see on your screen. And Jonni will answer the questions, respond to comments after his presentation. And without further ado, Jonni, welcome.
Thank you, Anna. Hello and welcome everyone. My name is Jonni Purho and I work as a technical project manager at AAC. Today I'm going to speak about mobile applications, why mobile apps are such a powerful way to distribute information and content today, and how they can be utilized to help sales people in all kinds of organizations. Even though it feels like a long time ago, it's actually only 7 years since Apple launched their first iPhone in 2007. A lot has happened around smartphones and tablets since then, and you have probably noticed that there are lots of those devices out there today. But have you ever thought actually how many devices there are? In the beginning of 2014, there were 1.75 billion actively used smartphones and 450 million tablets all around the world. The numbers are still estimated to grow. By 2017, there should be about 2.5 billion smartphones and 1 billion tablets worldwide. So huge numbers. And especially in the Western world, it's actually a very small minority of working age people who don't have a smartphone or tablet, or both, either of their own or one provided by their employer. This makes me personally think, are companies and businesses really utilizing the full potential of mobile devices that their own employees already have? At this point, someone may think, what are those 2 billion people doing with their devices? How are they actually using mobile devices, smartphones and tablets? The truth is that people spend more than 80% of their total smartphone usage time using apps, and only less than 20% by making phone calls, writing SMSs, or using the browser. From this, it's easy to draw a conclusion that apps are actually the reason why people use smartphones and not regular mobile phones or non-smartphones, if you will. Apps are a natural way for people to spend time and use their smart devices. So far, we've concluded that there are lots of smartphones and tablets out there and people are using apps with them. So it's only logical that roughly 80% of the total internet users are accessing the web on mobile devices. In the future, there will be even better access to Wi-Fi networks, better access to 4G and other fast mobile data connections. And future technology will bring even better technologies such as 5G. Which will enable even fancier online apps, more online content, better user experience. So there's no reason to believe that anything else will happen than the number of users will grow even more in the future. But what does this mean to organizations who want to increase their sales? It means that mobile is a great channel that can be utilized for distributing information consistently to people working retail, business-to-business sales, and even in some, or even to some resellers. Why is it such a great channel? I presented some preconditions that, and all of those exist. People are using those devices, they are using apps on those devices, and they are using the devices and apps online. But are companies really exploiting the full potential of this? In my opinion, they are not. At AAC, we see lots of potential in the way mobile apps can be used to share information and help salespeople, for example, in retail and business-to-business sales. Also, resellers could benefit from an application that provides them information that eventually makes it easier for them to sell the products that they are selling. At this point, it's logical to continue by thinking why mobile apps are better than some other ways of sharing information. For example, printed sales materials, PowerPoint presentations, websites, or portals. On the next few slides, I will go through the key benefits of mobile apps as a tool to share information for salespeople. Scalability is definitely one of the key benefits of mobile applications as a sales tool for 3 reasons. The first reason is that in principle, a mobile app scales to support any number of users. When thinking about sales in all different channels, the group of salespeople can be large, it can be distributed inside a big country or even around the whole world. Companies for sure don't want their information sharing costs grow among the number of people. Second reason, an application can act as a framework for presenting product or campaign information in a certain format, and it scales to any number of products or sales campaigns. When the framework is in place, it's easy and cost-effective to add more products and push information on new campaigns, products, or whatever. Third reason, a mobile app also scales to support any number of localized content or any amount of localized content and any number of languages. The same framework can be used to distribute information all around the world, which is often a must, especially in multinational organizations. With an online mobile application, it's always possible to push up-to-date information and be sure that users are able to access it. For example, if new products, services, or campaigns are launched, mobile app is a channel where the messages and content can be distributed immediately or even in advance to the entire sales force. This makes sure that messages get through consistently and on time. When salespeople need crucial information on products or services they are selling, they don't want to start searching for a PowerPoint presentation from their email or browsing through a complex database. Their smartphone is something they always carry with them, just like their keys or their wallet. When the information is in a smartphone app, they just need to do something they do anyway many times a day. Pick up the device from their pocket, start the application, and find the information. It's so easy, they can even do it in actual sales situations. As a salesperson, in particular if you're working on business-to-business sales, your work is very mobile by nature. One of the key benefits of online smartphone app is that you can access crucial information anywhere. There are lots of Wi-Fi networks and fast mobile data connections available that make sure you can access online content even if you are traveling. In this perspective, the benefit of mobile apps compared to websites or portals is that you can also use them offline. Apps can store information into a cache after downloading it once, which means you can also access it without an internet connection. The only difference to online experience is that the app can display only the content that was made available before you went offline. If you think about sales from a company's perspective, it's not only about selling your products or services to end customers, it's also about selling your messages to your own sales force. Mobile apps allow a really attractive presentation of your sales information. And when the information is laid out nicely, it's easy to understand and adopt. It gives a good impression on the product, its quality, its looks. It makes salespeople more confident to sell the actual product. And a good-looking mobile app can even encourage salespeople to use it for demonstrating things to their customers. And that can give, in best case, even a good impression, an innovative impression of the whole company to their end customers. So, obviously, mobile apps have lots of great benefits, and having one would be an effective way to distribute information to salespeople. However, creating one may feel technical, difficult. It's hard to know where to start from. Let's have a quick overview on how it can be done on a high level. Whatever your channel is, getting your message through to your sales force is about content and distribution. The first step is to create content optimized for the channel, in this case a mobile application. Mobile apps can support many types of content, most commonly text, images, and videos. For a salesperson, product data can consist of, for example, key selling points, which are usually text, product images, maybe a product video, and perhaps a specification table, which includes text specifications in a table format. All of this content can also be localized to make sure the information can be effectively distributed to different cultures and countries. The second part of the solution is distribution, which consists of server and mobile apps. The content you have created is placed on a server where it can be managed through an administration interface. The mobile app then connects via the internet to the server, downloads the content, and displays it to the user. The user can access it if the user is a salesperson in a retail store, a business-to-business salesperson on a business trip, or wherever. The content is always accessible. This slide also pretty much summarizes what we do here at AAC. Our mission is getting your message through, and it means that we take care of the whole process of content creation, localization, and distribution for our customers. As the final thing, I would like to summarize the three most important points of this presentation. The first point is that mobile apps are a cost-effective and scalable way to provide salespeople with up-to-date, accessible, and attractive information that helps them in their daily work. In our opinion, the apps are not yet utilized up to their full potential. There is a lot more companies can do in this area. Today, online mobile apps can reach more than 2 billion people worldwide. Almost everyone in the Western world has a smartphone or tablet or even both. Development of technology will enable even better apps, better content, and better user experience. This makes sure the reach will be even more extensive in the future. Getting your message through to your sales force using a mobile app or any other channel is about content, localization, and distribution. The content needs to have the right messages presented in an attractive and understandable way. The distribution needs to work so that the content can be found, accessed, and consumed as easily as possible. All of this is what we make happen here at AAC. this was all for today's webinar. Thanks a lot for joining. If you have any questions at this point, please feel free to use the chat. I'll be happy to answer as many questions as I can. At the moment, there aren't any questions. Okay, now there is one. Do you actually create the apps? That's a very good question, and I can answer that yes, we actually create the apps. We can do the whole process in a way which starts from the content creation and then includes localization and distribution. And the distribution actually includes also the creation of the mobile application. So we can do all of that, and we have in-house people who can do all of that. Any other questions? If not, you can also see my contact details on the slide. So if you have any questions afterwards, please feel free to contact me and I'll answer as well as I can. Thank you, and let's get back in our next webinar. Thanks.
Thank you, Jonni, and thank you all for your attention for our November webinar. And if you have a need for translation, localization, or language training in addition to content services, please do contact us. And as an example, we have our winter campaign in language training starting next week. So welcome to study some languages with us. And we will have a recording of this webinar available for you. So if you're interested, please contact helsinki@aacglobal.com. And after this webinar, you will be directed to our homepage, and there's a really great video you might want to watch about what we do and what we offer. And also, as Jonni mentioned before, we have our next webinar in December, 10th of December, and you are also welcome to join that. Hope to see you then. I wish you all a great week. Bye. Thank you.